Hello and welcome back. We are still doing it with reference angles here. The definition of reference angles is an acute angle between 0 and 90 degrees. That is what an acute angle is. Sorry for the redundancy. Let theta be an angle in standard position. Its reference angle is the acute angle theta prime, formed by the terminal side of theta and a horizontal axis. You can pause the video if you need to have the definition written down. Okay, quadrant 2. How do we find the reference angle in quadrant 2? Well, the reference angle theta prime will equal pi minus theta, or will equal 180 degrees minus theta. Okay, that's going to be theta prime for quadrant 2. Quadrant 3, our reference angle is going to look like theta minus pi, or theta minus 180 degree. Okay, and what about quadrant 4? Well, what's our horizontal line? That's going to be 2 pi minus theta, or 360 degree minus theta. Okay, these are our different ways of finding reference angle. So let's actually look at what a reference angle looks like, okay? Be easier to actually visualize this. So, what does a reference angle look like? Well, take an angle in standard position. Let's say this angle right here. Let's say this angle is 300 degrees. Our reference angle then is going to be this angle right here. Okay. This angle is going to be 360 degrees minus 300, which is going to give us 60 degrees. Okay, why do we want a reference angle? That is a great question. Well, if we want a reference angle because sometimes we're given an angle like this, and we want to put it in quadrant 1 so we can actually remember our sine, cosine, tangent. Remember ASTC. So ASTC tells us positive and negative, and then special triangles tells us the value. Okay. So theta equals 2.3. So this is theta, and we're going to find out its reference angle right here. Okay, so this is theta of 2.3. So what do? This is in quadrant 2. So we do pi minus 2.3 equals theta prime. Okay? And that's all you do for that one. Now, what about 135? Same thing for 135. So this is theta, 135 degrees. We're looking at the angle right here, which is going to be theta prime, which is going to equal 180 minus 135. 180 minus 135 is 45 degrees. So theta prime equals 45 degrees. Okay? So again, we're using the horizontal axis for our reference angle. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. Evaluating trig functions for any angle. To find the value of a trig function at any angle, first we have to do is we need to determine the function value for the associated reference angle theta prime. Okay? First you need to do is find the reference angle for theta prime. Next thing you need to do is, depending on the quadrant in which theta lies, affix the appropriate sign to the function value. Okay? So let's test it out with these. So cosine of 4 pi over 3, well, what would be our associated reference angle? Well, this would be quadrant 3, so 4 pi over 3. So doing this real quick, we do 4 pi divided by 3 minus pi, and that would equal pi over 3. So that's our reference angle. And then if we have a reference angle, so then what's cosine of pi over 3? That would give us 1/2. But we also have to remember what quadrant, and this is in quadrant 2. So then cosine is negative in quadrant 2. So cosine of 4 pi over 3 is going to equal negative 1/2. Okay? So same thing for these. Remember, negative, you're just going to move the angle. So you need to find its coterminal. So to find its coterminal, you're going to add 360 degree minus 210. And that's going to equal 150. So we're going to start with 150. We need to find its reference angle. Its reference angle is going to be 180 minus 150, which equals 30. Okay, and then is tangent positive or negative at that point? Tangent of 30 degrees is equal to root of 3 divided by 3. But because it's in quadrant 2, tangent's going to be negative. So this is going to be tangent of negative 210 is going to equal negative 3 root 3. Okay. I think you can do this one. Remember coterminal and reference angle. And same thing with this one. I believe you can do both of these. This one is going to be using trig identities. Remember, sine and cosine are related, with sine squared plus cosine squared equals 1, and tangent. So I'm just going to put the hint. Remember that sine, remember that sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta equals 1. And remember that tangent of theta equals sine of theta divided by cosine of theta. Okay, that is it for now. That is the instructions. We will have some practice problems. I will see you shortly in class. Be ready to fill out the unit circle. Okay, see you guys.